25. First down here for the offense. End off from the shotgun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Seminoles were able to squeak out a close one the last time they saw the Gators.
And in that game, the Seminoles just made more plays. It reminded me of back in 1998 when we lost up in Tallahassee and that essentially knocked us out of the national championship picture. That's the impact these games have in this rivalry.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Guys out the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They'll need 3 yards here on third down to keep this opening drive alive. The Noles will keep this drive going. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. Afterburners coming. The 10. Touchdown, Noles. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Defense has him pinned back, and listen to this crowd roar. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
And historically, this game really has meant a lot. You go back to the 90s, this was basically a de facto national championship game before the championship game. Remember, they played twice back in 1996, the year Danny Werfel won the Heisman Trophy. So this game always means a lot.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. The Gators will have a first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game that field position was going to be massive. They had their backs against the wall in their own opening drive, but a really nice job there on the run, 3rd down, getting some breathing room, moving the sticks.
They're going to ride this running back. At the 35, he's loose. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Out out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Powers through the defender. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Well, that last missed field goal is essentially a microcosm of the year it's been for this football team. Things just not going the right way on offense, on defense, and on special teams. Guys, it's just been that kind of year.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy completion. Using the spin move. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
A designed run for the quarterback. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Already, it's completely changed the game. Like now, it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now, he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much. Even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
They make the stop, and that's how the 1st quarter will end. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's going to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the...
Got some room, made it to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida State.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to run it back. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Power football with the run. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll give it to him again. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to escape and get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Bentley. Quickly complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. What a snag by the defense. Got some room to run. What a defensive play to stop the scoring threat, make the interception, and then have the return brought near midfield. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The throw. Makes a connection. Inside the 10. Touchdown Seminoles! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, let's recap that top 5 matchup that just went final moments ago.
Fair catch, called for and made. He wants to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Gators send out the punt unit. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. And they'll touch it dead at about the 40. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep plowing it on until they find an answer.
This quarterback part of their running game. Ball down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw in that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Trying to make magic with his feet. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks on first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
He's got his man. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. And the Noles will have it 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Noles!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Going for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Takes the handoff, and he's going right.
Running back to the ball area. Loss of 1 on the play. Second down coming up.
He'll try it again. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the... And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Back to pass, it's Bentley. He's going to fire deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Oh, and this receiver with his speed, he's a guy you know this QB is going to look for, especially on these deep shots. You just can't overthrow.
He's taking the shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Gators will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. That is no good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
That keeps the score. Florida State, 28.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
To the air, it's Bentley. Using the quick game. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Now on first down after that completion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida.
What a throw throw by the QB. You think about it, you don't have much space near the sideline, and he put that thing right on the outside of the sideline where his receiver could go make a play. Not only does he make the play, I'm pretty sure he got a foot in bounds, and that's a great touchdown catch. What a playmaker.
28, Florida, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Spears. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
Makes the grab. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gets rid of it. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Running back goes in motion. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
He's got his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. He's inside the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down, too. This is a guy that I think could play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and he showed you his open.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Seminoles. And the route is on. That Seminole war chant is getting louder as Florida State has built a big lead.
The Seminoles have been able to seize the momentum here in the second half, and they are now running away with this thing. Big plays all over the field have the Noles now looking good.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He's going to bring it out from deep. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Bulls his way forward. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The big pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 1. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Taking it the other way. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, no! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Illinois answered the bell away from Champaign today with an impressive victory. The Fighting Illini knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on the football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
This time he's got it. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Bentley. Got his man quickly.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Pressure coming. Hard running there. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Florida State 56, Florida 7.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. On the run, it's Cameron. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Coming up, 4th down.
The Seminoles will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Slater. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackle. Brawl. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Seminoles trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. The back goes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
That last one leaves him 8 yards away from pay dirt. It's 2nd and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Loss of 4. Brings up 3rd and goal.
It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that for Palmer. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year.
Unloads it downfield. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance to just take that beautiful victory formation, run the clock, and get the W.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable.